What's up everybody, Kyler1000 here. Welcome back to another video. Yeah, this is my first video in a couple of weeks. I just kind of took a break from making videos because yeah, I wasn't really watching much wrestling. I kind of stopped after Dominion. I've only watched a handful of shows. I watched the Melbourne Southern Showdown. I've went to an OTT show. I watched Fighter Fest and I watched Stomping Ground, and that's really it. So yeah, I kind of just burnt out from wrestling after the Best of Super Juniors, and so I not really burnt out. It's just taking a break between that and the G1, so I don't really burn myself out only watching a couple of shows. But with that being said, the G1 kicks off tonight as I am recording this, and I literally only decided to make this video this morning. That's why it's literally just the graphic thrown up on the screen with me talking over the picture. I literally just threw it together in Photoshop and recording this audio because the G1 kicks off tonight with the G1 in Dallas. So yeah, it is Block A action with some very interesting matchups, and yeah, I'm talking about both blocks. It's kind of like what I did for the Best of Super Juniors, predicting both blocks. As you can see, I have it all on your screen now, so yeah, but stay tuned because I will be going into detail on why I chose these people to finish where I have. So we're going to start off with Block A, and of course, as you can see, coming last place, I have Lance Archer. I don't really see Archer being a contender. Yeah, I just put him there because I don't really see him being much of a contender. Same goes for Fale, even though Fale always does seem to get one or two upsets in the G1. So yeah, I could see him getting up, both of them getting maybe one or two upset wins, but I don't see them being higher up really, because both blocks are stacked, as you can see. So it really was hard to call. I just kind of had to kind of guess. Really, it's hard, as you can see then, because in 8th and 7th I've gone for Zack Sabre Jr. and Evil, two great wrestlers, two people who could go on and pull off an upset. But again, as I have said, stacked blocks. I kind of just didn't see them having as much of a chance as people higher up in the block. So yeah, I might be wrong on those four. They're going to have fantastic matchups. Those four are great wrestlers, but yeah, I don't really see them being challengers. Maybe Evil, you could switch Evil and Sonata down. Sabre again could get a good few upsets, so it's really hard to call. 5 and 6, as you can see, I've gone for Kenta at 6th and Ospreay in 5th. Again, it's really hard to call this block. This one, yeah, I went for Ospreay in at 5. I'll start with Kenta, of course, because I've lower down. I put Kenta in at 6th because he is just coming into New Japan, so I can see him picking up a few wins. But with him also coming in, I don't really see him being at the top of the blocks just yet, especially as you can see with Okada, Ibushi, Tanahashi all in there. Maybe he might move up above Sonata, but yeah, I've just gone and put Kenta in at 6th. Hopefully he can show the world what he couldn't get to show people in WWE, and we get the old Kenta back. And again, Will Ospreay, I've just thrown in 5th. Of course, won the Best of Super Juniors this year, did compete in the New Japan Cup, and now is in the G1 Climax. I do think I'll be a middle of the road finish for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. I love Ospreay. In my opinion, he's been the best wrestler of 2019. Just look at the matches he's had. But yeah, again, I don't really see him finishing much higher. Again, maybe above Sonata. Sonata's the only one of that top 3 that I can't see moving down. I'd be really shocked if Okada and Tanahashi didn't finish within the top 4. Especially, yeah, well, if one of them missed out on the top 3, I'd definitely be shocked. So yeah, I think Ospreay will finish in 5th. Sonata then, of course, Sonata always does well in the G1 and the New Japan Cup, always gets a couple of big results, always finishes strong, and I think that will continue with a 4th place finish for the Los Ingobernables de Japón member. And of course, when it comes to Sonata, the most interesting matchup for me is Evil. Evil and Sonata, of course, tag team partners, former IWGP tag team champions together. It's really interesting to see Evil and Sonata square off this year in the G1. I've gone for the ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, in at number 3. Again, Tanahashi, he's the ace. He's one of the biggest stars in New Japan. Of course, won the G1 last year. So I can see him pushing up towards the higher end of the blocks. I don't think he'll win it again this year, so I've gone for 3rd place. I've put the current IWGP champion Kazuchika Okada in at 2nd. Because he's the current champion, I don't see him picking up too many losses along the way. So yeah, I've kind of just put Okada in at 2nd because I don't see him getting losing a lot. And plus, he's the Rainmaker Okada. He's one of the best in the world. I've gone for a 2nd place finish for the Rainmaker, which means the winner of Block 1 in my predictions is the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. I thought Ibushi was going to do it and win the G1 last year. He didn't. He fell to Tanahashi in the finals. But this year will be Ibushi's year, or will it be another final defeat? We'll get to that at the end, but you can already see who I have him coming up against. But yeah, I'll discuss that final at the end. Yeah, I've gone for Ibushi. I thought he was going to do it last year. I think he will at least get to the finals this year. So yeah, looking at Block A, my predictions, the only two that I'm sure about are probably Archer and Fale will be the 2 left behind at the bottom. I don't see it, but again, it's hard to call. It's such a stacked G1, it's so hard to predict. And I don't know, maybe Evil could finish higher. I don't know. It'd be interesting to look back at these predictions at the end of the blocks. Because it is hard to call. You can switch around all 10 members and they could very likely finish there. But as I said, in my opinion, the only there's 3 that I'm certain about, that I'm really confident, and that is Ibushi winning the block and Archer and Fale being the 2 at the end. But it could very well be the underboss Balok Fale at 10th and Archer at 9th. But again, I could be completely wrong. The G1 does bring up a lot of shocking victories, kind of like the Best of Super Juniors did. There's a few upsets, and the reason I keep bringing up Best of Juniors is because I've done predictions on that. But yeah, the G1 every year, there are surprises. New Japan are great at having shocking upsets in it. So yeah, Block A is a tough one to call. Block B is tough as well. It's a lot of stacked talent. Yeah, especially when it comes to the lower end. I think the top 3 really that I've predicted, the top 3 will finish in around that, maybe even the full top 4, probably even the top 5 or 6, but there's 2 or 3 in that could switch on, but we'll get to that. Taichi I've just put in at 10th, just because I'm not the biggest Taichi fan. He is good. His match with Ishii for the Never Openweight title at Dominion was a very good match. So hopefully Taichi can build on that and build momentum, kind of having good consecutive matches, and kind of make me into a bit more fan. I'm not confident he'll finish in 10th. I think he probably will finish higher up, but where? I don't know. I've kind of based this one on me liking other people in the block a bit more than I like Taichi, but yeah, I do see Taichi picking up a couple of wins, and now that I'm talking about this, I'm not confident he'll finish bottom. I know he'll finish higher up. New Japan seem to be high on Taichi. Well, I don't know, but they always seem to have him in a good spot. I've gone for Yano in 9th just because I love Yano, but as I was saying, I can see Taichi very likely finishing above Yano. So, like, this is kind of, yeah, but everyone loves Yano. I love Toru Yano. And, yeah, I don't see him being a high contender, but, so I have him in at 9th. Jeff Cobb, again, big fan of Cobb, and yeah, I see him not really being a high contender because he is a Ring of Honor guy. But yeah, I have gone for him in at 8th. In at 7th, I've gone for Hiroki Goto. The nearly man, every time he nearly gets it, he always falls at the last hurdle. But yeah, I've gone for Hiroki Goto in at number 7. Big fan of Goto, love Goto. And you see, those 4 that I have, 7, 8, 9, 10, you could probably switch them all around. I don't really, maybe, but yeah, I could see Taichi maybe getting in above them, but I've gone for what I kind of want there. I prefer Goto, Cobb and Yano, so that's why I've kind of gone for them above Taichi, even though now I'm kind of regretting doing that. But I'm going to stick to it, even though I know that one won't. In at 6, I've gone for the former US champion, Juice Robinson. Since getting his haircut, he has kind of been a bit more serious, but I don't think he'll have enough in him to win B Block, so I feel like Juice will be in around that 6th place. In at number 5, I've gone for the Dragon, Shingo Takagi. Of course, like Will Ospreay, got to the finals of Best of Super Juniors, and unlike Will, he wasn't able to get the job done. And since then, he has been stating that he wants to move up to the heavyweight division. So with this being his big chance to move up, I see Shingo being in the middle of the pack, being 5th. I don't think they'll push him too high up just yet in B Block. But yeah, I do see him picking up some points. And what the match, again, kind of like the Sonata match, the match that is intriguing me the most is Shingo versus the leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Naito, which will be great. 4th, I've gone for Tomohiro Ishii. Of course, Ishii always has a great G1, great wrestler. Big fan of Ishii, but I don't think he'll finish too much higher. I think the highest he will finish would be 4th, and I think he will. In at 3rd, I've gone for the IWGP United States Champion, Jon Moxley. I see Moxley being pushed high in the G1, just because he's Jon Moxley, a big name, a lot of hype around him. And looking at some of these matchups, rematch against Juice, Moxley versus Naito, Moxley versus JY, Moxley, Goto, Ishii, Shingo, Yano, Cobb, even Taichi. This G1 is so stacked. I'm so excited to see all these matchups. Literally, there's not a bad matchup out of the lot. Both blocks, every night, there will be at least 2 or 3 match. There will be at least a match of the year contender, like every matchup. This G1, I'm so excited for it. But yeah, I think Moxley will finish 3rd. I can see him being a challenger, but I don't think that come the end, like the final show, he won't be in the mix. 2nd place, I've gone for Switchblade JY. Again, JY, fantastic wrestler. A big star for New Japan, leader of Bullet Club. I can see them pushing the Switchblade. Well, they have been pushing Switchblade, but I can see JY having a good run in the G1, but I think he'll fall short and just miss out to number 1, the leader of LIJ, Tetsuya Naito, because it's Naito. and I think they will, with the kind of story they've been going with Naito, is he wants to be both IC and IWGP Heavyweight Champion, so I can see them teasing it by having him get to the finals of the G1, and then of course that would mean he would face off against Kota Ibushi. Can kind of it'll put an end to their feud, I think. Of course they have been feuding over the IC title and had a match at Dominion, where hopefully it's I kind of want to see that match again. I do. It was a great match. They have great matches every time, but hopefully they don't nearly kill each other like Ibushi did in that. Oh, the suplex on the apron. But yeah, I can see an Ibushi Naito final, and the two will tear each other apart like they always do. But I am going to go with Kota Ibushi getting the win, and then going on to Wrestle Kingdom to challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. That is my predictions for the G1. As I have said, it's hard to call this year's G1. It's so stacked. The one that I'm least confident with is Taichi. I just know he's going to finish higher than 10. But I only put him there because I really love Yano, Goto, and Cobb. They're the three that I can realistically see Taichi getting more points than. Maybe even Juice. But yeah, I think they'll go for Shingo. But yes, it's hard to call. Such a stacked G1. Let me know in the comment section below who your prediction is to win the G1. Of course, mine is Kota Ibushi. Do you agree with that? Also, let me know what matchups you are most looking forward to. As I've said, there's some fantastic matchups. Let's just have a look at both blocks and pick one that, for me, really looking forward to. A block will be, well, anything between Kenta and all the top New Japan stars will be great, like Kenta Okada, Kenta Tanahashi, Kenta Ospreay, Kenta Ibushi, Sonata, like the whole block. But I'm really looking forward to seeing a rematch between Will Ospreay and Kota Ibushi after their great matchup at Wrestle Kingdom this year. Of course, even Ibushi, and there's so many good matchups I can't pick. And of course, B block. B block, the match I'm really excited to see will be Naito and Shingo, even though they're fantastic matchups with everything that Moxley can do with everyone in it. And like, this G1 is I'm so excited for this G1. It's so hard to call because all 20 participants are awesome. They're great. Cannot wait for it to get started. So that's going to be it for this video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this video and your predictions for G1 Climax 29 in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next one.